Ron Stanley was one of the finest football players to emerge from Saginaw High School. He started 3 years for the Trojans, graduating in 2001, and also excelled in track where he ran 10.8 in the 100-meter dash and was a member of the 400-meter relay team that won a state championship.
Ron also played basketball for me on the varsity basketball team. And he's what you would call a team builder. And very few people wanted Ron to be guarding them. A lot of times I could notice in practice, and I didn't say anything, I just laughed. If Ron was guarding someone, let's say I had him guarding a guard or guarding a forward, sometimes if we had these interchangeable positions, sometimes I could see guys wanting to change positions or switch positions so that Ron wouldn't have to guard them.
The thing about Ron, though, he was at practice, never missed practice. He's one of the guys, you practice at 7, he was there. So he was one of those with the coach's dream type kids. So.
Stanley twice made All-Saginaw Valley League and All-Area football teams, and as a senior, he was named first-team All-State honors from the Detroit News and Free Press.
One day we was having a coaching staff meeting about 6:30. We go in, we looking around, he's still out there running, him and 2 or 3 other guys, and look in his booth. And we had to go and really tell him, hey guys, you don't overdo it.
One of the reasons that you are, as a coach, you always wanted him on the team was because of his overall attitude, how well he got along with the other players, and not to say in the fact that he was a pretty good athlete too.
His prep career was highlighted in the 1999 Division II state championship game, where he racked up a whopping 18 tackles in the 14-7 victory over Birmingham Brother Rice.
Even the state championship, he was in there practicing with their defense. That's who was going to win the game. I never forget, I said, hey, that's how we're going to play today. And we get on that bus, and defense ended up winning the state championship against Brother Rice.
He recorded 118 tackles his senior season and rushed for 1,106 yards and 15 touchdowns.
He was a leader, a quiet leader. That's the main thing. Things are going on you wouldn't have thought he would be saying or doing. He led by action. And that was a big for our team back then, and that's why we were successful at that time.
Stanley was a Prep Star All-American and ranked among the Midwest Top 100 prospects by Tom Lemming and Super Prep. He was rated one of the state's top 20 players by Midwest Football Recruiting News. Stanley was awarded a scholarship to Michigan State University, where he lettered for 4 years.
And what happened is that we walked in together that Saturday morning, and I told him where's his tallest shoes, before he could look 6'2", 6'9". I never forget, it was so funny. And he walked in, and all the Michigan State coaches said, wow, nice looking kid. And I told him to put his chest up, put his head up. So when he walked out, he said, Coach, we love him. And I never forget that when he's walking out. And that's the first time I really saw him smile, because he wouldn't smile. He came out, he nodded his head, and that was the story. It was all Michigan State from there on.
He made an immediate impact at linebacker for the Spartans as he made 43 tackles and was named second-team freshman All-American by the Sporting News and Football News. Stanley started every game as a sophomore, where he made 99 tackles, second on the team at outside linebacker, sharing the team's Jim Adams Award as Unsung Hero. He also had 6 tackles for loss, 4 pass breakups, 1 fumble recovery, and 3 forced fumbles. In his final 2 years, the soft-spoken Stanley was moved to middle linebacker and selected as a 2-time captain. The 6-foot, 244-pounder emerged as one of the best linebackers in the nation, racking up 227 tackles. Stanley played in the Silicon Valley Football Classic Bowl game as a freshman and the Alamo Bowl as a junior. His career best was 16 tackles versus Michigan his sophomore season. He was invited to the Hula Bowl his senior season, where he scored 2 defensive touchdowns and earned game MVP honors. Stanley went undrafted, but signed as a free agent with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not only to root for him at high school and college level, but we also had the opportunity to root for him at the pro level also.
He spent the 2005 and 2006 seasons on the Steelers practice squad and became the first Saginaw native to win a Super Bowl ring, helping the Pittsburgh Steelers to the championship.
When you say you call yourself a teacher or coach, you're only as good as the individuals that you are around. And Ron Stanley made those of us at Saginaw High School teaching and coaching look probably a lot better than what we were because of individuals like him. and he was one of the best to come through during our time.
Well deserved. Hard worker, quiet leader, and his dream did come true.